He's been on HBO, Comedy Central, Bob and Tom, you name it, he's been there. Please put your hands together for the one and only Norm Stultz, everybody. Norm!
Thank you very much. I just, like the rest of the guys, I travel a lot. I just got back from Miami. I flew in the other day, and I'm in the bar. Now, every airport in the world has a little bitty bar. I'm in that bar for one reason. I don't like to fly. Do you like to fly? I don't like to fly. So I have a couple drinks. I see we have adults having adult beverages. I don't think there's anything wrong with an adult having an adult beverage before they get on a plane. Now it's a little early. It's 10 to 5 in the morning. It's a little early. But I'm drinking Bloody Marys. Now, anybody that drinks knows you can drink a Bloody Mary in the morning because they got tomato juice and celery and a pickle, so they're healthy, right? So I had 6 of them suckers. Well, the surface was super quick. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. There wasn't anybody down there drinking except for me and the pilot guy. And now the pilot's not afraid of flying. I talked to the man. He's not afraid of flying. He's afraid of crashing. You know, so we're both drinking. So I had 6 Bloody Marys, and I had taken a Percocet and a Tylenol 4. I took 3 of my Vicodin and ES so my back wouldn't tighten up. And then I took an Adderall so I could pay attention. Then I took, I don't know the exact dose, I took like just a handful of Xanax, just a hand. Now, and that's dope, and I want you young people to know that is dope. Xanax is dope, and I usually don't take dope. I usually don't take, but when I'm that high on codeine, I'm scared, so I take some Xanax. I just want to have enough drugs and alcohol in my body that if, God forbid, something happens to the airplane, I can just walk out. How's it going? How you doing? What's happening? What's safe? You better drop and roll, mister. You're on fire. I'm not kidding you. Another thing about flying, get to the airport early. Not just for security. Boy, that tragedy, that 9/11 changed everything in security. You know they take a naked picture now? They take a naked picture. Now, the women like it because you have to put your hands over your head, and they're like, hey, look, I'm 20. Oh, I'm 40. Oh, look, I'm 20. Oh, Take it now and leak it to Facebook. Come on, buddy. Now, you don't have to take the naked picture. You can go through the feely-uppy line. I don't know if you know that. I'll tell you what. That underwear bomber guy, he didn't help. Plus, I found out that you can only go through the line twice, and they make you take the picture. When I fly now, I just wear sweatpants and no underwear. I'm hiding something, baby. I'm hiding something. And my homophobic friends are like, oh, yeah, but what if it's a dude? I go, close your eyes and fantasize. What's wrong with you? The other thing you need to do is get an exit row seat. Get an exit row seat. You get 2 things in an exit row seat, you get no place else. Number 1, more leg room. 2, you get a door. And doors are the only thing that will come in handy. And I'll tell you what, I lie to the flight attendant every time I sit there. Because it's a federal law they have to ask you. Mr. Stultz, at your age, do you have the ability to open that 80-pound door, push that 80-pound door out of the way, and help these people out? And I go like this. Yes, I do. Oh, I can get the door open and out. It's that helping crap that ain't going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You see me on the airplane, something goes bad, here's the only tip you're going to get from Norm Stultz. Follow this bald spot, people. Let's go! Now, I'm drinking water. That's all I drink. I've been on a tour for 30 years, and I don't know if you know any entertainers. Amazing business. Everything's free. Airfare's taken care of, hotels, all the free food you want, all the free alcohol. And I found out as a young man, free alcohol is, delicious. And free alcohol is difficult to turn down. Norm, you want another shot? No, I'm pretty much done. I'm not gonna have any. Come on, one more shot. No, listen, I'm not, it's free. Okay. And what happens is, if you're 22, 25, 30 years old, you can drink till like 5 o'clock in the morning, get up the next day, work 12 hours, you're fine. Something happens around 40 years of age. One day you wake up and your liver just looks up and goes, hey, screw you, I quit. Oh, you can still drink. I'm just not clearing that crap out of your system. So you get liquored up, and then Saturday night, you're all drunk. Sunday, you get up and you're like, oh, and I don't know what women do, but men, we rally. Men think we can get enough test. I can get through this. I'm gonna take a shower. If I take a shower, so I'm in the shower, and I'm thinking, I feel better already, And then about 6 minutes in, I'm thinking, I should probably turn some of this crap on, probably. That would help. And men learn by their mistakes. I don't know. See, men, I remember one time getting home, a car drove me home. I wasn't driving, but about 4 o'clock in the morning, super drunk. And just like 3 minutes later, it was actually 8 o'clock in the morning, my wife's waking me up. Get up, Norm, get up. And I'm like, what? Is the house on fire? What's no, we got to go to a wrestling match. A wrestling match. Anybody ever been to a wrestling match? That's where you watch little Johnny wrestle for 3 minutes, and then you sit in the stands for 9 freaking hours, and then you sit and watch. I was so hungover, I went to the top of, you ever been to the top of the bleachers? The very top one where there's a brick wall and you can put your head against a cold wall. And this little old lady jumped up and went, get him, Johnny, get him, Johnny! So I just gave her a little, just a little, you know, she probably 96, 97 pounds, not real big. Just give her, I don't know if you've ever heard the sound of an elderly woman tossing off of aluminum steps. That echoes. And then halfway down, she started screaming, just drawing attention to herself, you know. Hair went one way, teeth went the other. Oh, my wife was so pissed off at me, because that's the second time I did that. And to her mom. I knew I wanted to stop drinking, because one night I got God drunk. Anybody ever been God drunk? You know what I'm talking about, where you don't talk to a counselor or a minister, you go right to God himself? You ever been God drunk? You ever been this drunk? Oh, God. Oh, jeez, God. I'm never drinking again, God. I'm not kidding you this time. If you can just make this a migraine and not an aneurysm, I'm all done. I'm not kidding. Then I was in Oklahoma City. There was a little ad in the paper, Oklahoma City, for $100, a professional hypnotist. Guaranteed to have you quit drinking if you want to quit drinking. Quit smoking if you want to quit smoking. Lose weight if you had to lose weight. And if you're a nymphomaniac or nymphomaniac, it make you not want to make love anymore. My wife took that freaking course, apparently. That's not true. My wife never took a course to not want to make love to me. It came natural to her, and I'm kidding. My wife's here tonight. She tours with me, and I'm still making love once a month. And I am not screwing up October already for you people, I'll tell you that. Oh, I see some young men going, oh, poor old person only has once a month. I'm good with once a month. For a while, I got stuck on the water bill plan. You know, every 3 months, the water bill would come, and so would I, and I didn't like that. It's the nicest thing about getting old as a man. Your testosterone drops. And in fact, I was watching football last week, and the guy says, you might have low T. I'm thinking, I think my T's fine. He goes, you might have low T. And I'm looking around, I'm by myself, I'm thinking, crap, I got low T. 10 years ago, they told me I had ED. You got ED. I'm thinking, I don't have ED. I have HPS. I have homeless penis syndrome. I can get it up. I just got no place to put it. There's a difference! You might have low T. Now, they say testosterone drops. I'm not exactly sure where it goes when it drops, but if you've ever been in a gym locker room following two 80-year-old guys, you know, it just pretty much just drops. Is what it does. If you can play hacky sack, you know, by yourself, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And it's not fair because women control it, guys. It's like wanting to go bowling. They own the lanes. They're either open or they're closed. Oh, you can have your shoes shined up and your ball's ready to go, but if she ain't open, you ain't bowling. I don't care. You can bowl a singles game, but that ain't the same, really. That ain't the same. My wife and I, when I was young, we used to argue all the time. We got in such a big fight once, our friend said, you better go see a marriage counselor. I was at the marriage counselor less than 2 minutes. I went straight to my lawyer, straight to the lawyer. Not to get a divorce. My wife and I have been happily married 35 years, so I want you to know you can do it. Thank you very much. Yep, 35 years. So I want you young guys to know you can do it. You can get married, you can stay happy. Now, there's a lot of drugs and a ton of money involved in that deal. But my beautiful wife, Sharon, and I, we've been happily married 35 years. Now, technically, we've been married 40 years, but if you add up every day we hated each other, about 5 years stuck, to be honest with you. We went to the lawyers not to get a divorce. In all the years we've been together, not one time did my wife and I ever talk about divorce. The word divorce never came up. We never talked about divorce. Now, murder. We talked about that almost every day. Mom just fell into the Grand Canyon. Sad face. Happily married. My wife and I have been happily married so many years that we've actually been together since the 7th grade. That's a true story. November 8th, back in the 7th grade. We came out of the lawyers with the thing that made it all worthwhile. You know what, guys? I was in the lawyers less than 4 hours. It cost me $9,372.41. Best 10 grand I've ever spent in my life. Because there were 4 judges involved, 9 lawyers. It's a law at my house right now. My wife and I, we go bowling on special occasions or holidays. That way we both know we're going bowling. Especially when they voted in Grandparents' Day, I was like, cha-ching, there's a freebie right there. Martin Luther King Day, I have a dream. November 8th, back in the 7th grade. I remember the date, November 8th, because it's a holiday. We have 3 beautiful children. We've been together, 3 beautiful, healthy children. And now you might be able to tell from the gray hair and the bald spot, I've made it to the next generation. I'm a grandparent. By applause, how many grandparents do we have here? I'll party. It's the best reason for not being dead, isn't it? And it's not just because we wind up all of their kids and give them back, which we do, don't we? What time's Mom and Dad picking you up? Dad said they'd be here around midnight, but they're coming straight from the bar. Mom's going to be super drunk, and he wants to take her bowling. Oh. Well, in that case, you're going to need a Hershey bar and a Red Bull and some Coke, okay? You know what's fun? Run around the bed going, "Don't hurt Mommy! Don't hurt Mommy! Don't hurt Mommy!" My wife and I have 4 beautiful, healthy grandchildren. We have 3 grandsons, and now we have a granddaughter. My baby girl, Sarah, gave birth to a female human, and they named her Chloe Marie. She's almost 5 years old now, love of my life. My wife and I, we named our children Norm, Christopher, and Sarah. Our grandchildren are named Keegan, Connor, Chloe, and Corey. Yep, so I can have 1 glass of wine at Christmas, stand there and go, Kiku, Kikat, Ku Klux Klan. Hey, listen. Kunta Kinte, get the hell over here with whichever one you are. And the boys and girls play so differently. Little boys love to play trucks. Come on, Grandpa, let's play trucks. So we go downstairs where all the trucks are, and I found out if you're 6, 7, or 8 years old, you can bend over, grab a truck, and run. Now, I'm in my late 50s. I'm 50, 11 and a half. But anyhow, at my age, I can still bend over, and I can still run, but I can't do that at the same time without breaking a hip or using the Blue Cross card in somewhere. So I'm on my knees, and I'm knee running, and they're just running. And I don't know if you know how fast 8-year-olds are, but even if you hit them with a truck, which I found out is still illegal, don't do that. So I'm knee running, and they're just running, and they're starting to give me, Grandpa, you're pretty slow. I'm thinking, I'm burning through Rockports and Dockers back here, mister. You don't understand. Well, one day they put me in charge of the big hook and ladder truck, the big Tonka hook and ladder truck, and I'll tell you what, man, you better not have too much vodka or too much Vicodin in your system if they put you in charge of that hook and ladder truck. Because you got to make snap decisions. So I'm on my knees, of course, and they don't really have a fire chief hat, so they went over to the building stuff, and one of them came back with a hard hat, yellow hard hat that happened to say Bob the Blower. Yeah, so I'm on my knees with Bob the Blower, and my wife came down with a camera, and I said, I'll kill you, bitch. You know, which is a lie. I would never tell, her knee needs replacing. I'd shoot the knee. I don't care about her knee. So I'm on my knee, and everybody, we're just chatting away, and we're pretending we're firemen, and apparently the entire Weeble village burst into flames. I don't know if one of them people were smoking crack on the second floor or what happened. We had to get, they take off running. I'm knee running. Now, it's only from here to the parking lot away, but on your knees, that's like walking to Mackinac and back. And we get there, and I don't know if we have any first responders here, but there was carnage everywhere. If you can picture that the pig weevil had crashed right into the Barbie four-wheeler. Oh, there were Kens and kitties and titties and clitties all over the highway. And I looked up on the second floor, there's a hippopotamus weeble. I'm thinking, jump, you're a weeble. You might wobble, but you won't fall down. Think about it. I grab my Ranger Rick guy and I start running up the ladder, and my oldest grandson, Corey, goes, Grandfather, like I'm stuck in some freaking Heidi movie. Grandfather. Yes, Corey. You missed 2 steps. Oh, I forgot. You can count, little buddy. Come on and count with Grandpa. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's burning to death. You know that, don't you? I get up and I grab her and I start coming down, but it's plastic on plastic, and I drop the stupid thing. So I back the truck up, and apparently I ran over a Green Army guy. Yeah, because the little one, Connor, goes crazy. Grandma! I'm like, what, dude? What? You killed an Army guy. I said, well, I was going beep, beep, beep. You should have got out of the way. We are blowing up junk. I got testosterone flying. And all of a sudden, my granddaughter, Chloe, takes my hand and she goes, Bampa. That's what she calls me. Bampa. I already bought her a car. 63 Corvette Stingray up on blocks. I don't care. She'll love me forever. I don't care. She takes my hand, and all of a sudden I go right from toy tanks and trucks. Now picture this. I'm in a tiara and a tutu at a tea party. She pours a little of the tea, and I take a sip, just a little sip. And I don't know if you've ever had a good wine or a good cigar where they have like a finish, like a back end, you know, like an aftertaste. You know what I'm talking about? That. But just from the sip, I'm just picking up just a hint of bubble bath and urine. Thinking if I could get an order of kitty litter to go with this, it'd be perfect right now. And I look over at my granddaughter, and she's just beaming, I made it myself. I'm thinking, no shit, you know. And then I'm hoping there's none of that. I don't need the E. coli, actually, at this point. She sat me right next to the teddy bear, and she knows I don't like him. Well, he's a liar. And I look over here, here's Ken and Barbie. Ken and Barbie have joined us, you know, and they're little people. They're in one chair. They're just little. See, Chloe, at her age, can take clothes, no problem, taking clothes off. Anyhow, Ken and Barbie are naked, is what I'm getting to. They're naked, and you know they're not anatomically correct, but I'm thinking, you know, looking at Barbie, thinking, man, if I had a pink magic marker, I could finish them puppies off. Just a thought I had. I didn't say nothing. So I look over at the teddy bear, and, you know, I'm trying to be nice. How's your fur hanging? You know, what do you say to it? And he gave me the paw, and I know what that means, and so I popped. Popped him. He went flying. As soon as he went flying, I realized my granddaughter's in love with this little piece of crap. She started to cry, but not that real cry, the pre-cry, where the lip goes first. You guys know what I'm talking about? Oh, no. Listen, I was talking to Teddy Bear, and he said he was so hot that if he didn't go for a flight, he was going to burst into flames. So I said, Grandma, no, you don't want to tell Grandma. This is important. I'm going to get you a new bear, okay? See, one didn't say that eye's all messed up. Grandma, no, don't look. Listen, Grandma, listen. There's a holiday coming. There's crap you don't understand. I'm not kidding you. Grandma! She stands up to run. I go to stand up, but I've been sitting on that blue plastic chair for a little over 6 minutes. It's stuck to my butt like a hemorrhoid. You know, you can't get out of this. She runs around, goes back. All the grandsons are yelling and screaming. They all, yeah, Grandma! All 4 kids are yelling, Grandma, Grandma! From way at the top of the steps, way in the kitchen, over all the mess, I hear this, we're not going bowling for Christmas. I don't care. New Year's Eve's only 1 week away. Now, you look like you're happily married. Are you happily married? You're a happily married man? Is this your beautiful wife right here? How long have you been married, ma'am? Because he won't know. Only 5 years? You've been married 5 years? Does she collect things? Let me ask you a question. I don't know if you heard of this. You ever heard of a thing called a precious moment? Girls, aren't those the most gorgeous little porcelain dolls? They are so pretty. They have blonde hair and those little blue eyes and those little cute sayings. I love you so much. You're my sister. I'll probably never bang your husband. You know, those little things they put on there? And they're just $300. My wife goes, look, it's just $300. What do you think? I said, $300? I think it's a car payment, bitch. Are you nuts? I'm not buying this. Last Christmas, my wife and I and 18 friends were driving around by the casinos. My wife decides she wants to show her friends a place she found full of precious moments called Frankenmuth. Oh, yeah, any man ever gets stuck going to Frankenmuth? Frankenmuth is the knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone cap of the whole world. They got knick-knack, a brick-a-brack of crap up there to turn Walt Disney's head around. And my wife tricked me because she knows I'm stupid. She said, Norm, we should go there because they all wear lederhosen. All the women by law have to wear lederhosen, which I thought was German for crotchless. It's not. We get up to my wife's favorite corner store. It's about the size of this stage. If you could picture 20 people I know up here, 10 people I don't know, 3 kids I don't like, and a little dog in the corner. We walk in for the first time in weeks. My wife gets orgasmic. Look look at this precious moment, give me that precious moment, look at this precious moment, give me that precious moment. Man, I'm doing the only thing any man can do under this much pressure. I'm using the universal male smiley ventriloquism act. Man, you ever done this? You're not getting any of that crap. Because they're $300 fucking dollars. You're not getting $300. No, we can go Dolan right here. You're not going to have one of those dolls, I'll tell you that. Here's what complicated my day. Before we left Detroit, everybody was hungry, and they all voted on Chinese food. Now, I hate Chinese food. I was in Kansas a couple weeks ago, and Twitter blew up, and my Facebook went nuts because I hate the Chinese people. I love the Chinese people. I love all the little lead toys they send over and crap. I don't care. I just don't like Chinese food, because if you've ever been to a real restaurant, they'll do stuff like, oh, you all done? Okay, very much. Oh, here you go. All ready for you. You know, so I don't need anything. On the way up north, I'm starving. I said, I'm just going to get some Taco Bell. So I zoom into Taco Bell, and because I was just ordering for myself, I only ordered 4 of the bean burritos, 2 chicken supreme things, and some of that garlic toast, so my breath didn't smell too bad. And I knocked it back with 6 beers and 4 shots of Jack because it was Christmas. 42 minutes after eating Taco Bell and White Castle and Budweiser and Jack Daniels, I'm in a little small store up in Frankenmuth. 20 people I know, 10 people I don't know, 3 kids I don't like, little dog in the corner. First few minutes I felt fine. There's a chemical reaction going on in my stomach that Bill Nye, the science guy, wouldn't be able to figure out. Both of those guys from Mythbusters jumped from behind a curtain and said, "You're going to die, sucker." Ah! I broke out into a full-body, cold, clammy sweat, and I thought, God, please, God, let this just be a heart attack and not a fart happening right now. Because I know if I drop dead from a heart attack, my wife's going to feel pretty bad for quite a while. But I'll tell you what, boys, if I float any kind of a biscuit, I'm not going to need my bowling equipment for a long, 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 long time. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to stifle this right here, right now. So I did the first thing all men are trained to do. I did the Marine maneuver. Ladies, you familiar with the Marine? You ever seen your man suddenly, for no reason, snap to attention and lock everything up? Honey, come here. I'm not moving. I am not moving. I want you to see this. I can see it, sweetheart. It's really pretty. It's behind you, moron. I'm looking in the mirror, baby. Leave me alone for a minute. Your body becomes a defense system. Left brain, this is the sphincter. We are shut down. We are shut down. This is not a test. We're at DEFCON 5. We're up to 9,700 PSI. If this thing goes, we're going to be blowing crap off the bottom 3 shells back there. I'm in incredible pain. My wife's oblivious. Look at this precious moment. Look at this. I'm thinking if this fart goes, you're going to have a precious moment you ain't never going to forget. Then I got that Wednesday feeling, that hump day feeling, that I am going to make it feeling. And something broke loose over here. Started cutting across my stomach, and I thought to myself, Houston, we have a problem. No doubt in my mind, the next few seconds we're going to have a gaseous exchange. Men, you're going to have to do, you know what I'm going to do, boys? You know what I have to do? I'm going to have to use the SSM, the step spread maneuver. Ladies, if you're not familiar with the step spread maneuver, this is where a man will pretend to reach for something. He'll take a sideways step with an attempt to spread the cheeks of his butt like a sumo wrestler. As every man sitting here tonight knows, you get your cheeks far enough apart, you can get a fart out with no noise whatsoever. Every man knows it. Every man also knows you get that out with no noise, you can blame the stink on that little dog I was talking about earlier. Well, I want you to know something before I get out of here. First of all, it's extremely difficult to go from the Marine maneuver to the step spread maneuver. Well, you know, I darn near executed that perfectly. Darn near. The resulting emission was no gross Monday night beer thing. It was kind of soft. It was kind of feminine. It was more like. I put it. But my wife was too close to let. I cannot believe you just talked. You fart in church or fall off. You don't care what you. You'll fart in an elevator. You jump off and people look at me like I poop my pants when I'm farting. I have never farted in front of you. You never heard me fart in front of the crowd. Honey, you really don't fart because you don't quit bitching at me long enough to build up any pressure. Thank you for your support. Have a great night. Good night.